Hello, once again, my name is Troy White with Hoodoo Financial, and I'm here to talk to you more about cryptocurrencies. And by the way, please like, share, subscribe, and we're going to talk about cryptocurrencies and some of the effects on the value of cryptocurrencies during geopolitical instabilities and you know conflict amongst nations. And so, first off, you know, we have the situation going on in Ukraine with the Russians and the Ukrainians, but this discussion is also relevant not just of national and global geopolitics, but our local as well. And what I mean by that is with in relation to U.S. citizens versus the supremacists and the that's that part of our population that likes to subjugate others is identical to what's occurring globally with Russia trying to subjugate Ukraine. And then we can go country to country. You know, it may not be as popular on our news right now, but that's not the only place that things like that are occurring. But I'll point out it's in Europe. It's a European issue. So, thus, the information that we get tends to be from that perspective. So anyway, the federal, and also I want to point out, at this point in time, the Federal Reserve is got their finger on the trigger, ready to raise interest rates at a moment's notice, and the plan is to raise interest rates in next month, and from all indications, and that could be as much as 50 basis points, and so that's a big jump. So that has an impact on the economy. And so everything related to cryptocurrencies now and into the future is going to be related to the economy. And as these things that affect cryptocurrencies are going to affect our economy. So they're married already. There's no getting around it. And so Bitcoin tends to perform very well when there are geopolitical tensions, and that is on any part of the globe. Wherever those tensions are, Bitcoin tends to do well there. And why is that? Well, theoretically, all of this is theory, right? Because, and I'll touch on it, remember, we're all still humans, and humans don't always have perfect financial behavior, and they act emotionally more so than what's in their best financial interest and political interest even. So anyway, say Bitcoin tends to perform well in this geopolitical environment when there's tensions, and theoretically your money should, regardless of what country you're from, your money should be safer on the blockchain stored as Bitcoin than holding it in rubles or pesos or any national currency when that nation is going through geopolitical issues. Now, not just that nation, but any nation impacted by that nation. So we're in a global economy. So now we've got the value of currencies going up and down, and I mean fiat currencies. I mean actual money of countries, and so although Bitcoin is very volatile, having your money on the blockchain means that it's not stuck in the country. There's no sanctions that can be put on your wealth. There's somehow, but it ain't gonna be on Bitcoin. But most importantly, if you're in Ukrainian right now and you're scared and you need to leave, you gonna take your Ukrainian dollars with you, Ukrainian money with you? No. Well, where are you gonna be able to exchange that money? Nowhere. So not on your way out of the country. So what would be the safest form of currency if you were escaping your country to save your life? You want to hold it as Bitcoin. And you could pop up in any country, anywhere on earth, and access your money and be able to, not everywhere on earth accepts Bitcoin, but in stores and things. But you would be able to convert those your cryptocurrency into cash, into the currency of that locality, or country, wherever you at. You damn sure wouldn't want to bring rubles with you, right? If you was escaping, that money will be worthless. So that's my point. So another thing though, lately cryptocurrencies have been bought and sold like they are micro cap stocks, like day traders buying micro caps. And what I mean by that, day trading means you're trying to make some money every day by buying and selling a stock. So you need to buy it low and sell it high today. And why micro cap? Because micro cap stocks are fundamentally micro companies with a good idea that very soon or in the near future will become the next biggest thing. And so think something like Microsoft when it first came out, Apple when it first came out. It came out as a micro cap. Tesla, something like that. So you're taking a gamble. And so cryptocurrencies are and this is because people's lack of understanding of what a cryptocurrency actually is, and the majority of the of novice investors just heard, hey, I better get in on this crypto, and they buy it. And so they and again they treat it like it's the hottest new stock, and they're expecting wide range of growth. Again, remember, wide growth. The significant growth could also be significant loss. So if you expecting 20% gain, expect that you could also receive 20% loss. So that's how cryptocurrencies are being bought and sold lately, and not on any fundamentals, because fundamentally people don't know what it is in the first place. So it's being treated like a high risk, growth oriented stock. If you're person into the stock market, you'll understand the significance of that. So if war expands or even stays the same but leads to higher inflation, then Bitcoin price will likely rise, and Bitcoin would likely become a hedge against inflation. And that's not just in America, that's globally, remember. So that the war is going to impact stocks. The war is going to impact cryptocurrencies. And so not the war, any war. So it's just a matter of measuring that effect and knowing how to proceed as you invest. Remember, it's always time to invest, including during geopolitical instability and conflict. It's just about what side of the equation am I on? What should I do? What should I buy? Right? That's really what's happening. So Ukrainians and Russians, they might be converting some or all of their wealth into Bitcoin at this time. And the reason being, sanctions are being put on Russia. They're probably going to exceed as the war escalates. The sanctions will also escalate. So there's also already a run on the bank in Russia, and so with the first round of sanctions, so I expect wealth transfer going from their rubles to Bitcoin, like now. And the same for Ukrainians. There's traffic jams and log jam trying to get out of the country. And before they leave, I suspect they will want to convert those their currency into Bitcoin so that they can travel. Because this is not a third world country. They're sophisticated, modern cities that somebody say I'm taking that, and all of a sudden this is how it goes down. So, and that's when I start off saying, don't think this can't happen here. Take this. Just think about these things and how to react in just in case. And because remember, our capital got it was an insurrection, and people wanted to make America great again. And so, from my perspective, you would never be able to have said this was great. We've done great things, and we have made a great contribution, but it has not seen its potential. So, you can't say great. And so I can only imagine that great meaning those when others were in bondage and so on and so forth. So anyway, I digress. But my point is, be advised. This just is happening over there. It's 2022. It can happen over here, 2022, 2024. So. But the answer to the question of what should you do, right? And what is the outcome, and what's going to happen with the instability globally? The answer is it's a mixed bag. The digital currencies will aid in the maintaining of the global economic stability during a conflict. That the cryptocurrencies are perfect to help with that instability. They can't do it on their own, but at least currencies can't now be controlled by the countries who are bickering and mad at each other, blaming each other for things they may both be doing. And so that's part of it. But the thing is, people on the ground need dollars to buy bread and meat and milk and water or whatever. And but during conflicts, your family wealth is likely to be safest and most transportable in the form of Bitcoin. And so from an investment standpoint, I have a lot of other cryptocurrencies that I would say, oh yeah, get this one, get that one, But in this circumstance, we're not talking about investing. Now we're talking about what, it's time for Bitcoin to shine. Bitcoin, and I don't mean the value of it. I mean the utility of it. This is, what it is. Its best use case is to hedge against inflation, to storage of value, means of exchange, transportable wealth. You don't have to have it on. You can't get robbed in the forest. When you're walking from this country to that country, you can't get robbed of your Bitcoin. So just get there. If you can make it to your cousin in that country over there, it's all good. Everybody will be good. But you would have to transfer your wealth first. So, and in terms of investing in cryptocurrencies, the time is now, always. And when with volatility, and you see the ups and downs that are going to come with these conflicts, global conflicts, yeah, it's going to, everything is going to be down. Everybody's scared. Everybody is hoarding their money, and less spending that leads to economic, slide, recessions, and that's what war does. So. But remember the words of Warren Buffett: be greedy when others are fearful, and be fearful when others are greedy. That means when everybody's scared and selling and the price drops, get some more. Don't be scared. Get some more. Unless you think this is the end of the world and, it's never going to come back, then you should still, be like a squirrel, gather your nuts for the winter. And so it's winter, you gather them up, but that season is going to pass. And so, you still want to be on top then. Think about your future, and don't be so scary. You know what I'm saying? But my advice is, if I was speaking to a Ukrainian, I would say buy guns and Bitcoin. That's all I got for you. So thanks for listening. We'll talk more soon.